watching out for you. This is Newswatch 12 Midday.
Well, Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Oliver Smith used 70s and 80s in his conversation with me today, and he was not talking about the past. He's talking about our forecast.
Yeah, it's actually going to be very, very nice over the next several days. And yeah, we could be flirting with 80 degrees here in the Rogue Valley. At least there's a very distinct possibility of that. You can see we do have clouds in the area. Most of the thicker clouds are into Siskiyou County, but it's kind of a boring look overall. It's just very nice overall, and that's really what we're going to be expecting because we did have cloud cover earlier today. We're just going to be looking at a lot more sunshine once we get into the afternoon. Eventually, these clouds will scour on out, and we're going to be looking pretty clear closer to sunset. So again, it's just going to be a very, very nice day overall. And for most of us, we're going to be looking at about 60 to 65 degrees for today. 65 for Medford and Wairika, 60 over in Brookings. The wind, though, we were looking at the wind earlier, has been between about 15 to 20 miles an hour, and that really won't let up for today. Once we go towards tonight, though, the wind will be letting up along the Oregon coast. And even in the west of the, even in the western valleys, it's not a whole lot of wind for today, but it'll definitely calm down tonight. And with that, with high pressure building in, we do have a freeze warning for western valleys for Jackson, Josephine, and Curry counties. So like especially Grants Pass, for example, temperatures dropping into the low 30s. So again, keep this in mind. If you do have plants that you've already planted your garden, you might need to cover them up or bring them inside for tonight, or at the very least for early tomorrow morning. Forecast lows for tonight: east the Cascades into the 20s, west side we're looking at 30s, but you can see very close to freezing. Grants Pass, Medford, Wairika, not a whole lot of difference. A little bit warmer along the Oregon coast into the 40s, so you don't have to worry about frost over there. Now we'll be looking at the clouds that we have on hand now, pushing off towards the east, and we'll just be looking at a beautiful day once we get towards tomorrow morning. Maybe some lingering clouds out towards Lake County, but other than that, it's going to be a beautiful Wednesday. A little bit of a change for Thursday. You might maybe be able to see the wind barbs, but they're blowing out from the northeast, even though the clouds are moving from the west. So that pretty much means that we're going to be looking at an offshore flow, which when the wind comes off the land, it's usually pretty warm. So that's going to be the case for us over the next several days. You can kind of see that here with the car wash forecast, temperatures going from 67 on Wednesday to 78 on Friday. So perfect weather, washing your car, walking your dog, taking a hike, all kinds of things to do outside. Perfect weather for that. The only problem is going to be the pollen. If you do have allergies, it's not going to be all that great for the next several days. In fact, it does peak on Friday, so that's one of the unfortunate things. Now, the system that has given us the clouds right now pushes off towards the east. We'll be looking at warmer air building in, high pressure building in over the next several days, and it looks to peak late in the week. Now, once we get towards once we get towards Saturday, a very weak system well up to our north brushes our area, and all that's going to do is just maybe provide a few showers into the region, and that's really about it. But the warmer air really stays over our area, so we don't even really cool off all that much. Not like the last couple weeks where we drastically cooled off. And now once we get towards early next week, we may finally start to cool back down closer towards average. So that's the forecast for now. For the Oregon coast, we'll be looking at 60s for the next several days, dropping just a little bit once we get towards Saturday. That'll be your best chance of showers, will be along the Oregon coast. East of there, it'll be pretty low, if any at all. Northern California, you can see there is no rain in the forecast for the next 7 days. We're just looking at temperatures in the 60s and 70s, lows into the 30s and 40s. Klamath Basin temperatures right around 60 for today and tomorrow, so pretty nice overall. Still cold in the mornings into the 20s. But you can see the temperatures climb back up into the 60s next couple of days. Cascades, 50s and 60s for the next several days, lows into the 20s and 30s. So we'll see a lot more sunshine on Thursday. And for the Rogue Valley, again, increasing sunshine over the next couple of days, and even the same thing for today, near 80 though by Friday. So very nice overall.
That's a springtime forecast.